Welcome to the channel. So in this video, what I want to show you is how to clean and maintain your vehicle in the safest, most efficient, fastest way possible. And in order to do this, I want to do this video with the least amount of edits. So we're going to try to roll through it as best as we can and try to make it as foolproof and easy for you as possible. So I'm going to show you the products, the tools, chemicals, all that good stuff like I normally do in my channel. Also show you the current status of the vehicle. This is my personal vehicle. So I'm going to show you what it's like to maintain your vehicle, especially if it's been ceramic coated. So if you haven't gotten your vehicle ceramic coated, definitely consider it because it makes maintaining it super easy. So I'm going to show you the products and tools, and then we'll move into the process, and then I'll show you the final results. I'm also going to be showing you some tools that are that should level up your game a little bit, especially if you're detailing your own personal vehicle or if you're detailing it as a professional. Some tools that might help you get into areas that maybe you can't get to, especially with this specific process. So thank you to Franco for sending that out to me, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use those tools, where you can use them, how you can use them, and then we'll see what the results look like. So let's get into the current status of the vehicle, and then we'll move on to the products, the process, and then the results as usual. So stay tuned, and thank you again for tuning into my channel. Alright guys, so now you saw the current condition of the vehicle, so let me go over some of the products and tools that I'm going to be using. First off, is this process is called a rinseless process, a rinseless washing. So I'm using my rinseless bucket here, and I'm going to be filling up probably about 2 or 3 gallons of water. I'm going to be using this wool mitt here. It's one of my favorite media to use for a rinseless wash. The next thing I'm going to be using in terms of products for the rinseless wash, I'm going to be using the Gloss Shop Sublime. Now, I don't really see a lot of people talking about this product, and if you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it. It is one of the simplest rinseless wash solutions that I've used. There's no fluff, there's no fancy things in it. It purely cleans. Let's see, so it's some of the highlights that they use to describe this product. It's an excellent choice for water-restricted locations, which I live in the high desert of California, namely Joshua Tree area, so it's perfect for my area. It does not contain any wax, silicone, or gloss enhancers. So again, no frills, no fancy stuff, just straight cleaning. Safe to use on ceramic-coated vehicles, which is what I'm going to be using it on today. It is a rinseless wash, safe way to clean your vehicle when a traditional wash is not required. Sublime was formulated with high-performance cleaning power to break down tough road grime, bugs, and other environmental contaminants without the need for a water hose. Features biodegradable materials, making it safe for the environment. Sublime can be safely used on all exterior surfaces. So that's basically in a nutshell what this product is. It's, again, one of my favorite simple-to-use rinseless wash solutions. It's super cheap. Yeah, I think this bottle here, last time I checked, was probably about between 12 to 15 bucks for a 16 ounce, which will last you, a bunch of washes if you use it as directed. So the way they describe to use it, you should be using 1 ounce per 2 gallons. So I'm going to be using exactly as it describes, 1 ounce here. You can see that there, 1 ounce. And I'll be using that in my bucket with, like I said, 2 to 3 gallons of water. I might use a little extra, but that's really all you need. I also have the gallon here because I use this stuff pretty frequently. And like I said, it's really great. It's good for interior cleaning, clay lube, cleaning glass, especially if it's not too crazy dirty. It's multiple uses you can use it for, so it's a great rinseless wash. Next, I'm going to be using my baby goat. This is from the House of Rags. It's one of my favorite rinseless wash towels. It's super absorbent. and soft, and yeah, it's definitely high quality. So this is what I like to use for my rinseless washes. And then for the tires, I'll be using this little sponge here. I'll be using that for the wheels and tires. Speaking of tires, for the tires, I'll be using Fenrir. I have it mixed here 1-to-1, and I'll be using it on a tire applicator. In terms of the tools that I'll be using, these are some new tools that were sent over by Franco, and they are the Sponge Guru. So I have 2 of them here, and this I'll be using for the wheels, and I'll also be using it for any of the areas that I can't really reach with my sponge. It'll really just enhance your cleaning ability when it comes to getting into tight areas. So I'll be using this, and then for the tire dressing, I'll be using their tire dressing applicating pad. So that's what I'll be using here, and let's get on with the process and show you guys exactly how I get this vehicle back looking like day one again. Alright guys, so we've got our bucket there with about 3 gallons of water. We've got our pump sprayer here, which we're going to use for our pre-spray, and then we've got our 1 ounce of liquid here. And if you can tell, this thing is pretty thick, thicker than most of the rinseless washes out there, which I don't know if that's helpful or not, but it's pretty cool to see how thick it is. So let's dump this in there. Right, and then we'll do another about 1/2 ounce. We'll put that in our pump sprayer. Alright, pre-spray is ready. And the smell or the scent is described, I think, I don't know where I described it, like a cherry limeade or something. The scent is pretty great. I enjoy it. It's really nice. It's not overpowering. It's pretty subtle. Definitely makes it an enjoyable experience if you're like me in a garage. So let's get this pre-sprayed on here. So we're just going to do a nice little layer of this solution on the car. And basically that's just to encapsulate the dirt that's sitting on the surface, just to reduce the risk of us scratching the vehicle, and just kind of guiding the dirt on the surface down to the floor. And we'll do that here. Like I said, we'll do about half of the hood and this front quarter panel here. Alright, so now that she's all lathered up here with solution, so you can see, what I'm going to do is grab my mitt here, and I'm going to wring it out so it's not dripping onto the surface too bad. And then basically you just work your way down the vehicle. And I like to use this mitt because it's really soft. I enjoy using it. You can use the sponge one and still get the same results that you see a lot of people use. I don't know if you can tell there, the dirt that's on there, but there's a good spot there. So we're going to dunk it. And usually what I do is once I'm done with this part here, which is just the cleaning part of it, I usually follow up with some type of spray, like a topper of some sort, but I've got one coming in the mail that should be coming in today, so I should be able to use that. It just didn't come in time for me to do this detail here. So done with that, I take my towel, and we just dry it off. So now you can see the difference here from dirty, foggy water spots from the rain that we had a few days ago to back to clean. She's got some rock chips and stuff, so ignore that, but overall we're looking at the 50-50 here, dirty and clean. All right, so let's move across the whole vehicle and get this thing cleaned up for you. Use this thing here to get inside the gas tank, because that's always an area that I can't really get to with my wash mitt. So I'm gonna get in there very nicely. The perk about cleaning the vehicle in the garage is I don't have to be so rushed when it comes to drying off the vehicle, because I'm protected. I don't have to worry about everything drying up so quickly on me. Alright, so one of the things that I really like about this Sponge Guru is it's been able to unlock areas for me that I haven't really been able to reach with just my wash mitt. And especially if I'm using the sponge, even though it does contour areas, it doesn't contour to every area. So I'm going to show you right now where I really enjoy these tools, and where hopefully it might help you get a new level of clean. Alright, so the area that I'm talking about, and I'm going to use this guy here, is in these little cracks by the glass. And I'm usually able to shove my wash mitt in there, but sometimes I feel like I'm not really getting that good of a clean. And I don't know if you can really tell, but there's some dirt on there that I probably haven't even been able to clean in forever. So it's definitely been really helpful for me to have these tools. Again, thank you, Franco, because I can get into these areas and clean way better than I've ever been able to before. Which is pretty awesome. So especially there's like a nice little size crack or space here in between the light fixture and the body of the car. And yeah, you can see that there. That it's definitely picking up some dirt. So that's, I wanted to show you. I mean, that water is dirty. So yeah, being able to, I'm going to give you a close-up look of what I'm doing, is being able to get into these louvers or whatever you call it. I don't know the name of it, but it's kind of like that, where you can get into these cracks and then into this one here and really get into there and get the dirt that you haven't been able to reach. When you're dealing with certain cars, there's areas that are really intricate and small, and these tools will definitely help you. Yeah, look at that. So, a new level of clean. Water looks funky, so we're doing something. And now there are some smaller sticks that Franco sent out to me that I can probably use for inside of these lug nut areas, but I want to save them for interior, so I don't want to really ruin them with exterior grime, so I'm saving those. Normally, if you don't care, I mean, you could use those for the the lug nut area. I'm trying to keep them protected for the interior, and these are doing a pretty good job of cleaning it anyway, so I'm not too concerned. And you can check out what that looks like. So I'm gonna get the rest of the tires and we'll move on to the tire dressing. Alright, so we're gonna use this little applicator with our tire dressing. Alright, so that's what the tire looks like. To me, that's like a perfect sheen. I'll compare it to the tire that I haven't dressed yet. So there's that one. This one I haven't dressed yet. So yeah, definitely looking pretty good. So let's take a look at the overall condition of the vehicle now that we washed it. And I'm telling you, this process literally took like 30 minutes tops. And we got our vehicle back maintained, washed, and ready to go for another week or two, depending on how frequently you wash your car. So even without gloss enhancers, you can see how that paint really pops, and I'm sure it helps because the ceramic coating, but I think just the overall cleanliness, it just really helps that paint look really clean. So alright guys, so final thoughts. We went over rinseless wash techniques, we went over the products, the tools, the equipment that we use to complete this task. We showed the vehicle before and after, so you can see how easy it is to get your vehicle maintained. The only thing left really is for you to get your vehicle ceramic coated if that's not a step that you've taken yet in maintaining your vehicle. So overall, I really hope that this video helped you see that the rinseless process is really an easy, safe technique for you to use to get in a quick wash, get your vehicle looking great, especially when you don't have the time or it's too hot outside, or you just don't have all of the equipment to do a full wash with like a power washer and foam cannon and all that stuff, and you want something really low investment, minimal products, safe, effective, quick. This would be the process to take. So again, we use the Sponge Guru tools. We use that for the wheels. We used it for the cracks and crevices around the vehicle to really get that next level of clean for us with our rinseless wash technique. We went over using the baby goat towel, which is a great partner with your rinseless wash products because it's small, super absorbent. You can get around the whole vehicle with just the one towel, and it's really a top high quality microfiber to use. We went over using our rinseless wash product, which was the Gloss Shop Sublime. Really great smell, biodegradable materials, really safe to use for ceramic coated vehicles or non-ceramic coated vehicles. It's just safe all around, and it's one of my top rinseless wash products to use, especially for something that you can use all around the whole vehicle and really safe. And the price point, you can't beat it. Between $12 to $15 for a 16 ounce, I think that's a winner. 1 ounce for every 2 gallons of water, and that's pretty much all you need. It's really great, a great product. So again, thank you so much for staying to the end, watching my video, and I hope that this helps you keep your vehicle maintained and get it, so clean. All right, guys, till the next time, thank you for joining, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.